David James wants to succeed Avram Grant as Portsmouth manager. The club's administrator, Andrew Andronikou, says James has expressed an interest, though he's currently with England's squad in Austria. Andronikou says he'll talk to James before the keeper goes to South Africa, but former teammate Linvoy Primus believes it may have come too soon for him.
Jamo is still a player, that's all I've known him as, and I've heard him speak about certain situations in games and how he'd handle it. And, you know, when he speaks about that, you can see there is something there. For Jamo, whether now is the right time to take this club on, only he knows that. But, you know, I can see at some point he'll be a manager of a club. Whether it's now with Pompey, I'm not too sure. But you know, I'm sure even if if he did go on and take the job, you know, he'd have everyone's support. But I think it's a big job because it's not just football. It's a lot more than football.
He's got one more season left in him. He's a fan favourite through and through. He's England's #1. If he gets his badges and everything else, yeah, he will be a good. No, Gareth Southgate. Or Mark Hughes. He will be one of the good managers in the future.
Very good, but he plays football, doesn't he? So, tremendous goalie.
It sounds good, but he hasn't had the experience of man management in that sort of field, you know. I think we've got to get somebody that's done it before at that level of Championship, because Championship level is different to the Premier. You know, I think it's a different ball game altogether.
We understand that Avram Grant has agreed in principle to become the next West Ham manager. The club expects to have a new man in place in early June.
He's waved goodbye to Portsmouth, and all going to plan, Avram Grant will soon be waving hello to West Ham. Sky Sports understands he's agreed in principle to become the new manager at Upton Park. Co-owner David Sullivan has told us he plans to meet with Grant in the next week. And an official statement read, West Ham United can confirm the club is making good progress in the search for a new manager, and the appointment will be made by early June. The club is in the middle of a thorough selection process, which could continue over the next 12 days before being finalised.
We look at Avram, and I think he's the type of guy he is. He'll suit West Ham, the philosophy that he wants the game to be played. He's got a good manner about him. I think the pros respect him as well. Done a fantastic job at Portsmouth and Chelsea. So I think it's one from a West Ham fan. I know a lot of fans around this area as well, and I think they'll be really pleased with the appointment.
I think it's a good signing. I think we'll have him. He's a good manager.
I think it's a good move for West Ham. He's a proven manager, Champions League experience. He's been there with Steve Clarke, so I think he'll do a good job for us.
Absolutely over the moon with it. Ecstatic, actually.
I would have preferred Bilic, to be honest.
Grant will succeed Gianfranco Zola, who was sacked earlier this month after a difficult season in which West Ham only narrowly avoided relegation. He had expressed his unhappiness at co-owners David Gold and David Sullivan making football-related decisions without his knowledge.
I think it's very important that when a new manager comes in, he knows, one, he can try and bring the players to the football club that he wants, and also that he can manage the team without any interference. And I hope that with Avram Grant coming here, that's exactly what he can do. And then if he fails, he can say, well, I failed under my own circumstances, not with interference from anybody else within the football club.
Grant is currently in Israel, but West Ham are keen to finalise details soon to give the new man as much time as possible to prepare for next season. Roger Clark, Sky Sports.